Hey, we're the History Hikers. Welcome back. We're in the Ardèche on a castle hunting excursion.
And we took advantage of the last sunlight of the day to explore this here medieval castle ruin.
Let's go and check it out. Again, because we already did.
Roll the footage.
Welcome back to the History Hikers. Over the next weeks, we'll take you to several interesting sites in the Ardèche region of southern France. We were staying in the town of Saint-Sauveur-de-Montagu. On the evening of our first day, we were looking over the local map and noticed a castle ruin was mentioned there. We were not aware that we'd be able to explore a castle ruin so close to our inconspicuous cottage. Determined to make the most of the last daylight, we set off to climb the hill overlooking the town and to investigate this mysterious ruin.
As we neared the top of the hill, we found traces of what used to be the castle of Montagu and its castrum. Remains of a wall greeted us. It seemed like it would amount to a small ruin, until we noticed there was more waiting for us on the crest of the hill.
Oh, there's plenty more. The remains of Montagu Castle occupy the top of a narrow granite point dominating several hundred meters over the confluence of the Eyrieux and the Ozane stream. It mainly consists of two ruined towers. Though the lower tower appears to have been larger in size, the highest was probably the keep or donjon. Both are built from small granite blocks.
The donjon seems to have been a small tower, not big enough to actually live in. It served as a last resort for defenders when the rest of the castle was overrun. Looking at its construction, it seems to have been a square tower, with one side having broken off and strewn over the hillside next to it. We can still see faint traces that the ground level had a vaulted ceiling.
other tower overlooks the southern flank of the hill. Though similar in construction to the donjon, it seems to have been larger with several windows. Windows equal comfort. Maybe this is where the Lord actually lived?
While we couldn't find much information on its history, researchers believe that the castle was constructed from the 12th century on until the late Middle Ages. Around the hilltop, faint traces of other buildings can also be seen, which could be remains of a small castle town. Several medieval texts in fact suggest the existence of such a town.
Despite being a very small ruin, we look back at the experience very fondly. It is after all our mission statement to visit unknown historical places and to present them to you, our viewers. In that regard, the Castle of Montagu fits the bill perfectly. And those views of the Ardèche hills all around are simply breathtaking. The last sunlight of the day made everything bathe in golden light. What an excellent way to start our exploration of the Ardèche region. As the sun is setting, let's continue on with the arbitrary subjective castle score. You first.
I'm going to say a 5. The biggest plus for this castle is the surroundings. It was a nice surprise that there was more than we expected, however, but the parts that were there weren't really visitable, in a sense.
I'm gonna go for a 6.5. Okay, maybe it's because of the views and the sun, but yeah. An unexpectedly cool ruin. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your score in the comments.
And like, comment, subscribe, and all that good YouTube stuff if you want to see more of these kind of castles.
We'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye.